Hey, what's going on everyone? This is your good friend Eric Mora, and today I want to talk to you guys about how to get started in real estate or investing part-time and not having to leave your full-time job. The whole goal is that I want to show you how to get invested in something, right, versus nothing. For you guys, the average hardworking person that doesn't have a whole lot of cash just sitting there, or you don't have that YouTube money just yet, right? I'm going to show you guys how you guys can save some money on the side, make some money on the side, and eventually have a plan to exit your existing career or just keep doing the real estate part-time. Okay, so before I do, I want you guys to subscribe to my channel and like the video to see more videos like this. Alright guys, so I want to shoot this video because I do get quite a bit of people asking me that they want to go into investing full-time, and their plan is to actually stop whatever they're doing and start investing money, and they think they're going to start making money right away, guys. But that's one approach. You guys probably get that approach because what you guys see on YouTube and online, but you guys gotta face reality, and reality is that you're not going to make any money right away. Be prepared to lose some money actually when you get started, because it's tough, guys. I've been in the industry now 14-15 years, and I made some money, I've lost some money, and it took me 3 years before I did see some kind of steady income. Even just selling real estate, it was tough. I luckily did purchase my first flip. I did make some money on it that motivated me to keep buying some more, but I did have some losses, and I don't want you guys to have those big losses up front, which could kill your motivation from continuing on and building some some residual income or just flip money. Okay, so my plan today for you guys is to keep your current job, and maybe you're not stacking up enough money. I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of jobs that will allow you to stack some money up to be able to invest and have some of your own money, right? Because like I said, a lot of you guys don't have a trust fund laying around, or doing YouTube at a very high level where you're making big money yet. I'm going to show you some of my own tricks that I did, applied into my investing, and hopefully you guys can take a few tips from it and grow from it as well. All right guys, so today for today's talk, we're going to go out in the R8. You guys can see it right there. I want to talk to you guys about how I got that car too. It was one of my dream goals as a kid to own an R8 at one point, and I wrote it in my plans, my goals for the year. Worked towards it, talked to my wife about it. She was a little crazy, I thought I was a little crazy about it, but here we are, guys. Okay, I'm enjoying it. I'm not working for it, I'm not killing myself for a car. I would never do that. Luckily I own this car. I don't owe a lot on it that allows me to enjoy it, free up, and hopefully you guys can do the same as well. So we're gonna take a ride in it. If you have any questions about the car, how I got it, feel free to message me and we can talk more about that as well. Okay, but I want to show you guys how to invest money, all right, so you guys can buy an R8 like that one. All right, Brian, so before I get you in the car, man, I got to get my son's seat out of there. Okay, he owns this passenger seat, so he'd get pretty mad if I take his car seat out. I showed that German Dreams yesterday, and they said this is the first supercar to see with the car seat in it. I'm like, yep, that would be me too. So let's take this out. Yeah, guys, look at that. Can't even fit groceries in there. Oh, it's not gonna fit. Houston, we have a problem. Sorry, Brian. All right. I'm right today. All right, Brian. So there you go, man. Got rid of the situation, and let's pull out in the two-seater. So check this out, guys. I want to show you guys this too. So I got some new plates, and here it is. I was trying to go for the Great Realtor. They didn't have the GR8 available, so hey. Can't beat this one here. You see me out in the streets, holla at your boy. All right, guys, so we're gonna take a cruise here in the V10. Hey guys, so welcome to my car. Excuse the mess, it's got a lot of stuff in here. Got selfie sticks for the videos. It's gonna be a lot of noise and be loud. All right, so turn up your volumes. And yeah, you're gonna hear some beeping in here as well, guys. The car is tuned, and that plug-in just notifies me that the plug is in. That way I don't burn out and slide over the road. So definitely a good enhancement to the car. I love it, and I enjoy driving it with this chirping. All right, I put some music on out and have some fun with it. So all right, guys, let's hit the road. All right, guys, so here's what I do want to cover with you guys. A lot of you guys do see some very wealthy people investing in real estate, and I do too as well. I do follow Grant Cardone. He's one of my favorites out there. I like his style. He's real. you know, he's putting his own money out there. So he shared his story of how he got started. I think I have a very similar background as him as well, where I kind of tried everything. You know, I tried Amway to the, you know, sales job, you know, door knocking, selling coffee, selling whatever it took, you know, to become successful. And I'll tell you what, those experiences taught me a lot. And I do give it back to, you know, the MLM industry for giving me some of the growth development that I've had, you know, in my earlier years. Because although I did go to, you know, college and, you know, partied a lot too and dropped out of, you know, college as well, I did have some much better experiences outside of campus than on campus. So for those of you guys, you know, attending school, you know, don't quit, don't give up, make your mama proud and get your degree, okay? Also want to talk to you guys about this car, guys. Yeah, so this has been a dream car of mine. It's not my last car. I will have a collection here coming along, but the R8 has been one of the cars that I've always wanted. So I got very lucky with this particular model. You know, the combination, the interior just kind of had everything I wanted without wanting to look for one. So I was looking for a particular style interior, couldn't get it, came across this one, and I couldn't say no to this. Hopefully, you know, me driving this car inspires you. One day you can fulfill your dreams as well, your goals. But again, guys, don't hope I'm not fooling you, letting you know that I'm super wealthy and rich. Well, at least not yet. I promise you, if I ever do get to that point, I'll share the reality of it as well. But yeah, guys, I want to talk to you guys about investing in real estate part-time. You know, don't take it as a full-time, you know, gig just yet. It does take years to develop and years to create funding for it, you know, unless, like I say, unless you have your own money and your own trust fund account to spend, you know, give me a call and we can invest the money for you. But for you that's, you know, working 8 to 5, maybe it's graveyard shifts, you want to switch it up and start into some sort of selling jobs, that'd probably be the best way to go, guys. Before you dive into investing in real estate full-time, I'm going to encourage you guys to go find a job that pays you commission, even though it's scary as hell to go commission only. Or maybe it pays you some minimum wage with bonuses or some commission attached to it. I'm gonna say do it, guys. Go in, dive in, take the opportunity to you know, build the discipline, be able to manage your time wisely to create bigger income. Normally these jobs you know, do have a lot of risk, meaning you won't make a lot of money, but if you did go out yourself and put your efforts into it and create more money for yourself, you could. So if it has unlimited growth potential, jump in there, even if it's not the best product out there or you don't truly believe in the product, gain the experience. So that way when you jump onto the real estate side, you know, you have something under your belt you can work with, and you know, you don't give up after your first no, okay? All right, guys, you guys ready? Enough talking, let's go for the ride. All right, guys, so one of the other drawbacks of driving a supercar is that it's very uncomfortable wearing a suit in here, okay? Can barely move already, and this coat, you know, it's a slim fit, obviously. And yeah, guys, it's very uncomfortable. I wish I can, you know, wear a t-shirt right now, but it's all right. We're gonna stay classy and look flashy. So let's talk about some of these jobs, guys, right, that may create some big money up front to have you guys get started, right, part-time. Yeah, guys, I'm very big on commission jobs. You know, you're not gonna build a fortune working hourly and minimum wage, guys. Oh man, gotta love that, guys. By the way, I don't drive the R8 daily, so it's not my daily driver. I drive a Scion XB. That's right, guys, it's a shoebox, and that's the true money maker. So you know, this R8 is more of a treat. It's my trident, right? I gotta earn it every single day. I gotta work hard every day. If I don't work hard, I don't get to drive it, guys. So that's more of a reward for myself. And you know, I'll buy other cars as well as I continue growing as well. And you know, same thing, you know, I use them as inspiration for myself so that I can get inspired myself to keep growing, right? Otherwise, if the R8 is gonna be my only car, then I think that's small thinking, okay? So that's not me, right? I always like thinking bigger, challenging myself to the next one. So I do have a car in mind that's next, and I won't share it with you guys, but we'll keep working towards it. All right, guys, so let's talk about some of these jobs that are commission based, that require little experience or maybe no degrees, okay? So car salesman, right? You can car sell, you can sell cars. That's commission based. Sell a lot of cars, make a lot of money, right? That's one. Another one is cell phone sales. You know, I come from a cell phone sales background. When I was in college, I started my first commission job. When I was 18, I was scared as hell to start it because I knew nothing about commission, and I had never done sales before. So I thought I would maybe make no money, but got the foot in the door. I actually was really good at it. not knowing it, and I was a top salesman right away in my kiosk and store, and that actually added confidence and belief in that I could make more money, which I did. I think my first year selling cell phones, I did make some average minimum wage at the time. My first year in sales cell phones, I made over $60,000. This is back in 2002, 2003. So a lot of money for a 19, 18-year-old, at the time, but that did add confidence into what I was trying to build, in the future. Another job is, driving trucks, truck drivers. I do have a lot of clients that are truck drivers, and they make a lot of money. You don't have to own your own truck, just, invest the hours and the sacrifice of being away from your family. But because of the sacrifice, you're typically making a little bit more money than normal because of that. So truck driving is great. Salesman, being a door-to-door salesman, direct sales, right? Solar companies, solar salesman guys. A few of my clients are salesmen as well for local companies, and they do very well, okay? That allows them to free up some cash and invest. Videographers, if you have the equipment, you have the guts to go out there and get in front of people, everybody needs video. We're doing video right now, but photography, right? If you know of an actual trade that people need, go out, take a risk, get a little bit of debt, that's okay. Buy the equipment or borrow it, rent it. Rent it from a friend, buy it used, don't buy it brand new just yet. Once you start making some money, then we can buy some new equipment, okay? Other side hustles are like, that I can think of. Thinking illegal stuff here, guys, okay? There's a lot of illegal shit you can do out there and make a lot of money. But remember, we want to keep you out of jail. Flipping cars, right? Buying cars, wholesale, selling them, finding, discounted properties as well. That's another very common thing you can do is become a wholesaler, You don't need a license for that. But what you do as a wholesaler is find abandoned properties in your neighborhood. Go talk to the owners, go talk to the landlord. It might be tricky, it might be vacant, no one might be living in it. That's the whole thing, is that you're digging through title reports, you're digging through data, right? You're almost like a detective, looking for answers, and you're looking for the owner, you're looking for the decision maker of that property, and make him an offer. Buy it wholesale, buy it at a discount, and resell it to an investor like myself. I buy wholesale deals all the time, and if you find a house out there that needs work, and maybe you got a hold of the seller, they're interested in selling, talk to me. We can talk about putting up an offer, negotiating with the seller, buying it at a very, very reasonable price, and wholesaling it to another investor, overnight. These type of investments, you don't need any upfront money of your own. You can actually have the investor pay for it, meaning that you can sell it to me for $5,000 over. I don't mind paying you $5,000 for finding a deal, and I put up the cash. You don't put up any of your own cash at all, and that's very common in our market right now, is wholesaling. So if you want to learn more about wholesaling, and you have the guts to go out and talk to people and knock on doors and get a lot of no's and get these screamed at, come talk to me. I'll show you how to do that. I'm talking too much. All right, let's take the tracking off. Let's go. And guys, a lot of the information I'm giving you guys, it's all personal information from personal experiences. Trials and errors that I've come across in my career of starting to, want bigger things in life for myself. And, I failed, I can share many stories where I've gone broke, no money to my name, like anybody else. I'd get depressed, for a couple of days and then bounce back, One of those failures did cost me actually a little bit more time. It took me a few months to recover from it, but and getting a lot of weight from it too at that time. But I was able to overcome it. Those times are hard, guys. Those testing times test you to see if you're really about what you're talking about. So guys, let's talk a little bit about how I bought my first investment property. Okay, so my first investment property wasn't from all this cash that I stacked up. It's like I'm telling you about. I actually bought my first investment property with an FHA loan, like I've talked about in my past videos. The FHA at the time allowed me to use a grant to be able to come in and buy that home with zero money down. Okay, I did make a very, very aggressive offer on the property. I actually offered more than the asking price for it. And the seller, I explained to the seller in the letter what I was trying to do. I told him I was, 21, 22 years old. I was buying my first property. I didn't have a lot of money, and because of the timing of the market, sellers back then were willing to, be reasonable. So I bought my first property, guys, with zero money down. I don't, promote that you'll buy your first property the same way, but there's ways around it. Now, here's how I made all my money. I sat on the property for 2 years, guys. My first property was a fourplex, guys. I did live in one of the units and rented out the other 3, which created a little bit of income, not a whole lot, but it did create something. It paid off the mortgage. But here's the kicker, guys. I held on to the property for 2 years. During those 2 years, guys, the property went up in value. The property went up in value. I bought it for $160. I turned around and sold it for $250 in 2 years. So yeah, I made a lot of money on that one property. I didn't do any repairs to it. I didn't do anything to it. However, because of market conditions, it was very aggressive at the time. I was able to resell it, and make some money. Okay, that's how I was able to get ahead, guys. That little move right there, that risk I took up front to buying this property, it was a lot of risk. It was my first fourplex. No one that I knew closely to me had bought a property yet at the time and could give me advice about it. But me in the business, I had to help clients purchase these, so I was able to learn from them as well. Bought this property for $160, sold it for $250. Sold it myself. Did still pay some commissions, but I grossed about $90,000 on that sale. Okay, that's not common in today's market. It could be in certain markets out there, but in Central Valley, to make $90,000 on one property, that's basically a home run. So that $90,000, guys, I could have gone out and bought a Lambo, bought my Audi at that time, or spent it on some stupid shit, right? Like Grant Cardone says, right? But I wasn't ready at that point to make any dumb decisions, guys. I couldn't spend my money on something stupid. As tempting as it was to go buy a new car, I wanted to. I just kind of bit my tongue so hard. I'm not doing that, guys, because otherwise I'd probably blow the $90,000 overnight. At that age. So what I did, guys, is I saved the $90,000. I went and found and door knocked and did the door knocking like I talked to you guys about, and found my first flip property, guys. I found my first flip. The house was ugly. It was destroyed. The seller was distressed. They needed some money now. I was able to buy that property for about $60,000. I did use hard money lending, and I kept a lot of the cash in my pocket for repairs. Because remember, guys, once you guys buy the property, now you need money for repairs. You need $30,000, $40,000, depending on how bad the property is. Okay, so that takes me to my first flip investment, guys. I bought the property for $60,000. Imagine, I rehabbed it, marked it up. I made another $100,000 on that property. So now I'm up $190,000, guys, in about a year. Okay. And just keep in mind, during this time, I'm still, living my life normally. I'm selling property, I'm selling real estate to my clients. I'm still earning a living, right? And I'm building this big wad of cash, this big snowball on the side. But here I am, I'm 23, 24 years old. I have $190,000 in cash in my bank account. That felt so good, by the way. I'd walk up to the bank tellers, right? I picked the cutest one. And, go cash some checks. But guys, that did build some confidence in me to go out and do it again and do it over and over again. Guys, I do feel, somewhat did get a little lucky just because timing was right in the market. However, you can find great deals just right now in this market as well. You don't have to wait for the market to crash or go to auctions to buy properties discount. There's a deal every single day. A deal's being done every single day. It's not happening with you in it. So you got to be the one in it, finding it, getting dirty, rolling up your sleeves, and having that no quit attitude to making it happen. So guys, point of this video here is that there's many things you can do out there on this, full time to earn a living and earn a commission, right? To make a sale. Be ethical, guys. Be honest. Don't do any shady stuff. Yeah, so go get a commission job, guys. If you're familiar with MLM, get involved with MLM. It may not be the best product out there, but it will teach you a lot about business, how to think, how to grow, how to invest in yourself, and that's priceless, guys. No school will teach you that. No school will teach you how to work on yourself and build wealth, guys. You gotta go out, search for it, dig, ask questions. If someone tells you no because you want to learn something, move on from them. They're not the right mentor. Choose a mentor who's gonna be transparent, honest, maybe has a similar upbringing as you, and that you feel comfortable with, okay? You're not gonna spend any money, guys. Take them out to coffee, take them out to lunch, buy them a beer, and trust me, within an hour of time, you'll get a lot of information from them, and they're more than willing to share with you. So I do the same, guys. I host a group. We meet once a month. I'm showing young guys how to invest, in real estate with minimal income, so that way they can get something going just like I did, find that first property that can maybe snowball into future investments. Okay, so hope you guys like this video, guys. Hope you guys took on quite a bit here of what I went through in my early years, and I haven't figured it out yet. I'm still growing myself. I'm reading. I personally invest into 2 coaches, guys, 2 different perspectives, and that's a great ROI, guys. I'm getting a great ROI on that. I couldn't spend that money in other better things. So go find somebody, go find a mentor, talk to me. I'm more than willing to help you guys out. Or come meet me at my Rides in Real Estate group once a month. Follow me on IG as well on that page. And you don't have to have a fancy car, guys. I do get asked, hey, I don't have a fancy car. It's fine. If you like cars, if you're a car guy, if you like engines, it doesn't matter if it's a domestic or exotics or motorcycles, come on out. Let's hang out. Let's talk about real estate and let's see how we can get you going. Okay? Guys, don't forget, like the video, subscribe to my channel. We'll see you guys in the next one.